Hi, I'm John Schreiber. For over 17 seasons, the New Jersey Performing Arts Center has been the state's premier home for both world-class and community-based performances. We pride ourselves on presenting something for everyone. That's why we're very proud to partner with the Caucus Educational Corporation to produce One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJPAC. This special series features some of the very best talent New Jersey has produced. We're pleased to welcome them and you to the Arts Center.
Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJPAC has been provided by Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, PSE&G, committed to improving New Jersey's economy and strengthening its communities. The New Jersey Education Association, working for great public schools for every child. TD Bank, Josh S. Weston, Cone Resnick, providing accounting, tax, and advisory services for more than 90 years. And by the Fidelco Group.
This is One-on-One.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
People like laughing at others, so I don't mind if the other is me.
See, you go right into the character. That's what it is.
I'm bringing families together a half an hour each week. Man, I'm doing something special.
And so I do feel successful.
The folks with plenty, got to pray all the day. They see with plenty, you sure gotta worry how to keep the devil away. Away. I ain't afraid by hell till that time arrives. Never worry long as I'm well. Never one to strive to be good, to be bad. What the hell? I'm glad I was alive. I got plenty of nothing, and nothing's plenty for me. I got my gal, I got my song, got him the whole day long. No use complaining, got my gal, got my Lord, got his Lord, got my song.
This is One-on-One at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. It is my honor, my pleasure to introduce, first time on One-on-One.
First time.
He is Norm Lewis. He's an actor and singer, 2012 nominated for a Tony Best Actor in?
Porgy and Bess.
Oh, man. Yeah. You know, let me ask you, we were just seeing a clip coming in.
Right.
9 months on Broadway, and a few months before that, where?
We were in Boston at ART up in Cambridge on Harvard's campus.
Describe the experience.
It was, for me, I mean, going back, even for the audition, they said, do you want to come in for Porgy and Bess? And I thought, you know, usually they hire someone that's musical theater for Sport and Life, that character, but never Porgy. It's always an opera singer or a classical singer, so I never even dreamed of doing this role. But once I got it, I was very excited because I get to work with Audra McDonald.
How good?
She was amazing, and she made me bring my game up because she was, you know, she's such a great team player, but you have to kind of match what she does, and she you know, she's willing to work with you, so I love that.
For those who do not know the story of Porgy and Bess, the public television Reader's Digest version.
Porgy and Bess, it's about a guy that's crippled in this catfish row in South Carolina. And it talks about this community of people who are basically a family. And in comes this woman who is addicted to cocaine, and she's also a loose woman. And the two worlds meet, and somehow she needs my help. I've always admired her. We find each other and love each other for our flaws, and it's a beautiful, tragic love story.
Mm. When did you know? When did you know that the arts, if you will, and that stage and singing and acting, that this would be your professional life?
That's a good question. I didn't know for a long time.
Where'd you grow up, by the way?
I grew up in a small town called Eatonville, Florida.
Eatonville, Florida.
Eatonville, Florida.
What was that like?
It was great for me because the first. Actually, I'll make mention of this. This is the first African American township ever in the United States.
Wait, the first African American township?
It was. We were the first to charter the city with the government, and after the Emancipation Proclamation, land was given to slaves to cultivate. And after about 27 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, this group of people decided to make it a township. Yeah, and
that's big.
Zora Neale Hurston, who wrote "Their Eyes Were Watching God," Eatonville is the town that's mentioned in the book. Yeah, so.
Go back to when you knew.
So I grew up in the church, and my dad was a deacon, my grandfather was a preacher, and so I sang in church, but I didn't know I had a voice. I didn't know I had a gift of singing. Basically, when you joined the church, you just sang. They just needed voices to make a joyful noise, whatever that meant. And then I found out in high school that I had something. A teacher said that I had a nice voice, and then I just kind of grew loving music more. I found that musical theater was great. I found out that classical music was great. I still didn't study that, though, in college. I studied business in college.
You studied business?
I studied business. I studied economics. I just wanted to.
You wanted to be an economist?
I wanted to be, actually, I wanted to be a lawyer. I know, it sounds boring.
I heard you had to love the law. Did you love the law?
I didn't necessarily love the law, but maybe I love the prestige of it or something like that. Just
sounded cool, right?
I passed my bar or something. But I went to college for business, but always kept singing and tipped my toe in the acting world. It was a hobby. It was just a hobby. And then back in the day when Star Search was a big deal, there were these auditions in Orlando, where Eatonville is close to. And I would go and audition for these things, or do like different contests or something. And this one particular contest that I happened to win, a judge was in the audience, and he was a producer for a cruise ship. And he asked me if I'd like to sing on the cruise. And I took the job.
That was your first big break?
That was my first big break. I had been working in advertising after college, been working in advertising for like 5 years, and did this on the side. And this guy offered me this opportunity.
It's interesting. People have no idea. You get nominated, right, for a Tony, and you have a degree of success, and you're doing these great things. People say things like, "I want to do what you do."
Right.
They have no idea how you even got to be in a position to do some of the right. Do they have any idea what that means?
No.
I don't mean to be.
No. People always ask me, what advice will you give me, getting into the business? And I just say, be true to who you are, know who you are. Because you're going to get a lot of rejection. People are going to say no, or going to say that you're not right for something, and you're going to hopefully not take it personally, but you kind of do. But just know who you are as a person, but always be prepared, study.
Yeah, let me try this one on you. Rejection, big part of this business, broadcasting. I've experienced it a fair amount.
Right.
How about you?
Oh, yeah.
Now here's my question.
A lot.
Do you think there's any difference in the rejection that some of us experience who happen not to be African American and those who are rejected who happen to be African American men? Is there anything, for you, any different? Because I know why they didn't want me.
Right.
I think I know.
Right.
I think I know.
That's a good question. I guess it depends on the circumstances.
Let me try it this way.
Okay.
Have you ever said to yourself, I wasn't right, they didn't want me for this role in some way because I'm black?
I've been really blessed at some of the opportunities that I've gotten. If it were that case, I wouldn't know it, because I've done so much in my career to just to show up. I just showed up. And in fact, that was one of the advice that a friend of mine told me that was in the business when I decided to move to New York. He said, go to everything.
Do everything.
Just go to
everything. Is that how you got Les Mis?
That's how I got Les Mis. That's how I got Sweeney Todd. That's how I got King Triton. And I was the Little Mermaid's father, and Disney's The Little Mermaid on Broadway.
So how do you go from that to being Kerry Washington's ex-boyfriend on Scandal? That was cool.
That was really cool. Well, you know what happened? All right, this is what happened, and they actually confessed this to me. They came to see Audra because she had done private practice. And
she's not that cute, huh? Not that attractive?
She's not that attractive. She's
I didn't think so.
And really her singing is a little off, but I'll help her with that.
Someday she'll make it.
I'm sorry,
I digress.
No, but they came to see her, to support her, and while they were there, they happened to see this other guy that was standing next to her who was crippled, and it was me. And they didn't know who I was, which is, understandable, because I do musical theater, I do theater. And in fact, they said, is this guy from Canada? Who is Norm Lewis? I don't know. They kept looking in the program. What has he done?
Guy from Canada?
What
is that supposed to mean?
Well, they were saying, they didn't, why have we never seen him?
This guy's good.
He's pretty good. So from that was actually my audition. They came to see the show, and they didn't offer it right away. They had me come in, And usually, like a normal audition, they have several people come into a building to audition and wait your turn. I was the only person there, and I was there for about 2.5 hours, going over the lines, and it was like a screen test, basically.
Cool series, no?
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, gosh, I'm so lucky to be a part of that show.
Love it. Hey, try this one. I want to give you a chance to talk about this.
Okay.
Carnegie Hall concert. Very important to you and very important to the audience who's going to be exposed to it sometime in
2014,
Talk about
June. What we're doing is putting together, a friend of mine by the name of Chapman Roberts, he and I are co-producing this. We are putting together a celebration of African-American men in theater. The reason why it came to me is because I kept getting a lot of young men, African-Americans, coming up to me after shows, especially like playing Javert and Les Mis, Sweeney Todd, playing King Triton, things like that, saying thank you for being in this role. I'm just a guy that's just lucky enough to be a part of this, but obviously it's making an impact on them and hopefully helping them have some sort of dream to be in that role instead of just an African-American role on Broadway.
Right.
And I said, let's celebrate that. Let's celebrate the men who...
Who'd you bring in?
Well, we're getting Sidney Poitier, Harry Belafonte.
Couldn't get any big names?
No, those are the only people that said yes.
Any A-list?
Well, we're hoping
That's
Denzel.
amazing.
We're hoping Denzel. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're hoping Denzel. People who have been on Broadway. We're talking to Usher, because Usher did Chicago on Broadway. So anyone who's ever touched Broadway, we want to.
And the goal again
is to celebrate African American men who've done theater.
Because those who say, oh, performing is great, but way more than that.
Well, way more than that. I mean, there's also an impact that Eubie Blake has had in the arranging of music, and there's an interesting story about one of his songs being from a show that he wrote, but Herbert Hoover, I hope I'm saying the right president, but I'm Just Wild About Harry. That song, that tune was written by Eubie Blake for another show, but it became a campaign song, and it helped him win. So
amazing stuff.
So it kind of has a little political thing going on.
Interesting life, you know that?
I am very blessed.
And doing great things after this too.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Norm Lewis, actor, singer, not only nominated for a Tony, he is not from Canada.
Not from Canada.
We're proud to have him from the United States.
Yeah, exactly.
And doing good things. I want to thank you for being with us, Norm.
Thank you.
Don't let it be the last time.
I hope not, man.
We've got another studio over in Lincoln Center. Come visit us,
Can I
okay?
come over there?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be back from the New Jersey Performing Arts Center right after this. Stay with us. Thank you, Norm.
Thank you.
If you would like more information on this program, or if you'd like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Visit us online at oneonone.org, or find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato, PhD.
Oh, Butchie, face it. I win, you lose. She hates you. She loves me.
Yeah, and she loved me too. For 2 whole years, and then she dropped my butch ass for you. And if you don't think that's the way she do, then you are dumber than you look. Yeah. She'll do the same to you. That girl was raised by animals. She don't know how to love.
There she is, Lea DeLaria. You just saw her on, that was from Orange is the New Black, which we can see where?
On Netflix.
And you are a comedian, an actress, jazz musician. You're going to be performing a little bit later for us. And your family's from?
My family is from, are you talking about where they landed?
Your
when they
people,
came over?
when they say your people.
My people are from Palermo, my darling.
Sicily.
Yeah, from Sicily. I am Sicilian.
You are, so you admit that.
I completely admit it, even though it's a penal colony for dwarves.
Are we on the air still? Listen, you've had a fascinating background. Is it not a fact, as you're on my witness stand, that you were the first openly gay comic in late-night television, 1993, on the Arsenio Hall show?
I was indeed the first gay comic in America.
Did they know?
Yeah, that's what was really interesting about it.
Arsenio knew?
That's why they hired me. They were literally looking to break that barrier.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they hired me. I was absolutely, at the time, I remember, terrified and excited and all of that at the same time.
Reaction?
That was what I call my first feeding frenzy. I've had 3. So the first one was when I did that on Arsenio Hall. The second one was when I did On the Town on Broadway, which was a huge hit. And the third one is now. Orange is the New Black. I'm hoping it sticks this time. I'm hoping this time people will continue to know who I am.
Lea, stay on that. Making it stick. Wow.
Yeah,
how hard?
make it stick.
How hard?
I think it's harder if you look like me. Let me tell you, Steve, I took a cab here. And the cab driver called me, sir, when I got into the cab. We had entire conversations. Right, it went on for 10 minutes as he was taking me.
You're definitely doing material right now.
And he called me, he kept calling me sir. He never took it back, and I was enjoying it so much, I never told him, you know what, darling, I'm not a sir. But that happens to me, hon, all the time. I mean,
but you're so
every day somebody calls me
talented. But you do have a following, and you've had a following for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I hate to use the word mainstream. What the heck is that? But mainstream audiences. Do you even care about mainstream acceptance?
No. No.
Care about paying bills, though, right?
I'll tell you what, I care about paying the bills, but I also care about the mainstream audience in that my entire career has been an attempt to change the world. So in that respect, you know, I could preach to the choir all day. I could do, you know, gay stand-up for a gay audience. But doing what I'm doing, like, for example, now with Orange is the New Black, where I'm playing this completely well-rounded, three-dimensional individual, is really important to me. This is like I've died and gone to lesbian feminist heaven.
You love this character.
Big Boo.
No,
Who doesn't love Big Boo?
It's Big Boo.
Big Boo.
Right?
Big Boo.
And Big Boo is a lesbian inmate. She has several, quote, wives during her incarceration. Are you?
And she's real, you know. All the characters on our show are real. They're actual individuals that have been in prison or still maybe still be in prison.
By the way, people can find it on Netflix?
Say that again?
People can find the show?
They can find the show on Netflix.
Right, okay.
But the actual character that I'm playing, Big Boo, is a real person. And yeah, that's her thing. That's why they call her Big Boo, because she's kind of everybody's boo.
You love this character.
I do.
Is there any of you, I hate the stupid question, any of you, no? I know you're acting.
No, but no, there's none of me in that character. Steve, it's all me. It's completely me. I don't even have to act. I just walk out and talk.
Oh, you're making it up.
I'm not. Listen, this is the tea. When they originally were going to do this show, they didn't really even have Big Boo in there. She was going to be a minor character that was only going to be in for a couple of episodes. But when I showed up, they really wanted to put me in the show. Genji was excited about it. Genji Cohen would be the creator of our show. She also created Weeds. She's from a kind of a show business, Hollywood writing dynasty. Like her father used to write the Academy Awards. Right?
Big stuff.
Yeah. That was Buzz, I believe Buzz going. But so she's been around a long time, and she thought that I had the voice of the show. She liked it, and it wasn't supposed to be, but it just happened. Suddenly they were writing more and more and more for her, and it's all me. Since they knew me, they were kind of writing for me. So it's been a joy in that respect.
So what happens? A hit show, a show happens like that, it's a hit. There's a following, clearly. What is the direct impact on your stand-up, on your performing, on the rest of your entertainment life?
Yeah, on my entertainment life, I get bigger offers, more money, and a lot more women.
Yeah?
Yeah.
More women are drawn to you because of your increased stardom?
Absolutely.
Really?
And I hate that.
That's so superficial. You would not, hold on. Listen, we've only met for a few minutes, but I do not believe that you would be attracted to a woman who was attracted to you because of your stardom. Am I wrong?
Steve, you don't know me at all.
I'm wrong.
I'm sorry, you're Italian, right? We're both Italian.
We're paisans, and I missed this.
We're paisans. We're not paisan. You're from Napoli.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're not from the same paese, as they say.
No. But, of course, I love that.
You're as superficial as I thought you were.
I'm superficial. When it comes to sex, who isn't superficial?
Oh, come on.
Come on. No.
I'm married. I'm going to leave this alone.
You're going to be, good idea.
I'm leaving it alone.
Very good idea.
I'm getting nervous. No, seriously.
If your wife watches the show.
She doesn't.
It's okay. She doesn't watch the show because I was going to say, hey, girl.
Don't you look at my wife that way. Because you have some special magic that I haven't figured out. And I know that you're going to put a spell on my wife. And she's going to talk about leaving me.
For me.
Exactly.
For Big Boo.
Exactly. The other thing I want to talk to you about.
Yeah. Anything.
And no, seriously, I was curious about this.
That's why I'm here.
You grew up in Illinois.
Yes, I did.
And the other interesting thing we have in our background, even though you're Sicilian, I'm Italian, and people don't understand the difference, but there is.
Big.
Okay. Is that we both went to parochial, otherwise known as Catholic
school.
And the other connection we have is that a lot of years in Catholic school, me in Newark, New Jersey, you
me
in
Belleville, Illinois.
Thank you. Nuns were not just allowed to hit us, they were encouraged to.
Oh, beat us.
Now, am I exaggerating?
No.
Talk about it.
Absolutely not. And does it drive you crazy that the kids today are like, nuns are being sued? Catholic school is being sued because a nun whacks a kid?
If we had brought that home to our parents, they would have said, what do you think you're there for?
Right. Well, no, my parents would say, you probably deserved it and hit me again. You know what I'm saying?
I know people, listen, Dyfus, don't, we don't mean anything wrong by this, but this is real for you, and you don't resent it, and you're not in therapy over it, are you?
No. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. As a matter of fact, it gave me my comedic start. That's how I could get, if I could make the nun laugh, she wouldn't hit me. And that was literally how I started being a comic.
Seriously?
I know I was funny, and yeah, because I'd make the kids laugh, whatever. But if I could make the nun, she was coming for me, I would make her laugh, and that would be the end of it.
We had uniforms.
Of course. Required.
You had the...
Required. The little Catholic schoolgirl skirt.
Well, I didn't wear the skirt, but...
you would have looked cute in it, though, Steve.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. But there had to be certain length, and the socks had to go up.
Socks had to go up. Absolutely. We had to kneel down on the floor if our skirt didn't touch the floor. We were sent home. Sent home.
I was just more like you, though.
Yeah, guys got to wear... But I got to wear a tie. So that was, I think, could have been my start as a lesbian.
You think that there was a correlation between you going to parochial school and you becoming a lesbian?
Yeah, because I had to wear a tie.
Thank you. I didn't know you've watched public television, you find out all kinds of things.
They're all wondering if it's nature nurture, and it's Catholic school.
It's Catholic school. Listen, the Archdiocese, please send the letters to...
to Lea DeLaria.
Yeah. Well, by the way,
where Satan.
Stop!
Sorry.
Don't say Satan on this show. Where can people find you about your stuff that you're going to be doing?
My stuff?
Your website, what?
Yeah. www.delariadammit.com. I'm such a grandpa, I actually said www. It was a way of warming up because I know I'm going to sing.
Do you do Twitter?
Oh, heck yeah. And Instagram. You on Instagram?
No.
See, Grandpa? Get on Instagram. Twitter's dying. You must be on Instagram.
Twitter's dying?
I'm joking. Joking.
Okay, what do you tweet?
I'll tweet this.
You will not.
I will tweet the
So if we take a picture.
I've actually already tweeted your name and me and Norm Lewis in the green room. I've already put you on Instagram and tweeted.
What do you say? You say...
I just said, here I am with Norm at the Steve Adubado. Adubado. Yes.
And you're a fan of public broadcasting. Tell folks, because our president, Neil Shapiro, will love this. You love public broadcasting.
I love public broadcasting.
Because?
I listen to this and NPR because it's the most informative television that we have in America.
Keep going.
No, without it, what? You're going to listen to people. You turn on anything else, you got to, even CNN. Really? CNN is so biased. You turn on anything else, you got to watch a commercial for spam or, babies singing about insurance. I'd just rather watch.
You like us, right?
But yeah.
You're going to be performing. And tell folks who's going to be accompanying you on the piano.
Right over here is Emmett Cohen, who is a great young lion of piano that we have in the United States.
Emmett's terrific. And he's
Emmett is beyond.
And again, the song you'll be performing is?
I'm going to do Stephen Sondheim's The Ballad of Sweeney Todd, but a little differently than most people do it.
Differently?
Yeah,
with
it's
your
a swing
own
version.
Not just a great comedian, not just in Orange is the New Black on Netflix, playing what role again?
Big Boo. Big Boo.
You have multiple wives.
Yes. But not in life. I'm not I'm not in Utah.
I have one, by the way.
You have one. Good.
Very happy, Jennifer. And don't watch this woman on the air. Things will happen.
Her name is Jennifer?
Yeah, leave it alone.
Hey, Jennifer.
Lea DeLaria is exceptional, and you're going to see right on the piano and singing and doing the whole thing after this. I love you. You know that?
I love you too, man.
I'm not a lesbian, but I love you.
Ti amo.
Ti amo.
Paisan.
You see it? You feel it?
Yeah, I feel it. It's good.
Thank
you. You have sexy eyes.
You have sexy eyes too. She'll be right after this. Stop it. Stop it. Stop flirting with me.
Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd. Skin was pale and his eyes was odd. Shaved the faces of gentlemen, never thereafter were heard of again. He trod a path that few've trod, did Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. He kept a shop in London town, a fancy client of good renown. What if none of their souls were saved? They went to their maker impeccably shaved by Sweeney Todd. the demon barber of Fleet Street. Swing your razor wide, Sweeney, hold it to the sky. Freely flows the blood of those who moralize. His needs were few and his shop was bare, lovable and a fancy chair, mug of suds and a leather strop, apron, towel, and a pail and a mop. For neatness he deserves a nod, does Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Inconspicuous, Sweeney was quick and quiet and clean. He was back of his smile, under his words. Sweeney heard music that nobody heard. Sweeney plotted, Sweeney planned like a perfect machine. He planned, Sweeney was quick, Sweeney was subtle, Sweeney would blink, rats would scuttle. Sweeney, 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 Sweeney. Attend the tale of Sweeney Todd, served a dark and a hungry God. To seek revenge may lead to hell. Everyone does it and seldom as well as Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJ PAC has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating 25 years of broadcast excellence, and by the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, in cooperation with NJTV and 134 WNET. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJ PAC has been provided by Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, PSE&G, the New Jersey Education Association, TD Bank, Josh S. Weston, Cone Resnick, and by the Fidelco Group. Promotional support provided by the Star Ledger and NJ.com. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.